whiteboard for us, Diego.
What is the molarity of the solution with 145 grams of NaCl is dissolved in water to make 2.75 liters of the solution?
Beautiful. So go ahead and solve. Go ahead and solve. This should be reviewed from last week. 1 minute. Go. So it looks like some of us are converting something. So Elijah's converting something. Let's see. Curtis is converting something. So is Alexa. What are you converting over there, Elijah? Grams to moles. All right, I think that's my first step. Saul is done. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. 10 seconds. How are we going to solve this problem? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and let's review this together. I want everybody to first hold up your whiteboards for me. So even if you're not done, let me see how we did. Even if you're not done, I want to see how we did, where we're at. All right, all right. All right, whiteboards down. Even those of us that weren't done, I saw a lot of conversion tables. That's good. That's our first step. What am I converting in this problem, Saul?
You're converting the gram into moles and then
The grams of what?
of NaCl.
Into moles, exactly. And then I take those moles. How many moles of NaCl do I have, Elijah? So I take those moles, 2.48 moles. In order to solve for the molarity of my solution, I take that 2.48 and I divide it by what, Rama? The liters, which is 2.75 liters. I divide, and then my final answer, Curtis, what's my final answer? 0.9 in my units? M. And if you want to be more specific, of NaCl. Voila, that's my final answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move on to our second problem. On your whiteboards, let's go ahead and let's try a percent by mass calculation. Elijah, please read out loud the problem on the board. Ammonium nitrate. Perfect. So I know if I'm calculating the percent by mass, I need the mass of my solute divided by the mass of my solution. Try and plug in your values before I tell you how to do it. Try and plug in your values. Go. 1 minute. Try and solve. See some division going on. See a lot of 285s. Where did that come from? It's a good. Don't forget your units. Seconds. Excuse me, Norma. You're on the right track. You made one tiny mistake though. What do you think it is? All right, guys, go ahead and wrap up where you were at and show me your whiteboards. 3, 2, and 1. Show me your whiteboards. Okay. problem together. In order to solve for my percent by mass, I know that I need to use this equation up here at the very, very top. What is the mass of my solute in this case, Curtis? So I know that I have 35 grams of ammonium nitrate. I need to take that and divide it by the mass of my solution. How do I figure out the mass of my solution, Elijah? I add them together. So if I take 35 and I add that to 250, what number needs to go on bottom, Alexa? 285, exactly, times 100, which will give me the correct answer. If you did not have this set up, go ahead and do it now. Curtis, take us away. What should my answer be?
12.28%
NH4 NO3. 12.28% ammonium nitrate. So do not forget, when you are doing a calculation, a percent by mass calculation, you figure out the whole mass of your solution by adding the mass of your solute plus the mass of your solvent. Sound good, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you got me. Thumbs up. I see some thumbs up. All right, beautiful. Okay, so then put your whiteboards off to the side for right now. We will return to these here in a moment. For now, let's go ahead and let's move on to our notes. We have two problems today. We are going to do another percent by mass problem, but instead of doing a direct calculation, we also need to be able to manipulate the percent by mass equation. So go ahead and copy down what you see up there, and then we'll go over it together. Copy down the problem on the board, and then we'll go over it together. What mass of calcium chloride is found in 92 grams of a 30% by mass solution? Two things. Go ahead and box and circle along with me. So I know that I'm looking for the mass of calcium chloride. Make sure you highlight that, circle it, whatever you need to do, that is what I'm looking for. What I know is that I have a total of 92 grams. And of that 92 grams, it is 30% by mass of that calcium chloride. In this problem, is it asking me to figure out what my percent by mass is, guys? No. But because it gives me my percent by mass, I know that I can use this equation to figure out my answer. So let's go ahead and plug in what we know. Do we know the mass of solute in this problem, Alexa? Did you say yeah or no? Not quite. We know the mass of the solution, but we don't know the mass of the solute. Exactly. So I'm going to use an X up there at the very top. I don't know the mass of the solute. That's what I'm trying to figure out, the mass of the calcium chloride. But I do know that the mass of the whole thing is 92 grams. I multiply that times 100, and then that gives me a 30% by mass. There are a couple different ways to solve for this problem. I'm going to show you the algebraic way of solving for it, okay? So, in this type of situation, I know that I need to solve for x. So, in order to get it by itself, I need to divide both sides by what, guys? What do you think? 100. So, I divide both sides by 100. And so that leaves me with x over 92 is equal to 0.30. And so now in order to solve for x, I multiply both sides by 92, and I know that x is equal to, go ahead and put it into your calculators, and you guys tell me. What was it? 27.6, and what are my units, Saul?
grams of calcium chloride.
Grams of calcium chloride, exactly. Exactly. I know it kind of breaks out there, but it says 27.6 grams of calcium chloride. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's do